Now, your Super Doppler 10 forecast with Chief Meteorologist Jeff Edmondson.
The weather looks nice for that if you want to get out there and clean the bay or any of the events that we have going on this weekend. Now for the Gulf of Mexico, it's not very quiet there. Tropical storm Arlene continues to move to the south. Just got an update from the National Hurricane Center. Still has 40-mile-an-hour winds, gusts to 50, and it still has that southeasterly movement at 7 miles an hour. It's all because of the jet stream. That's what controlling the steering winds. There's winds blowing in out of the west to the west of it, so it can't move that direction. There's high pressure to the north. There's another area of low pressure on the other side of Florida in the Atlantic, so the storm only has one direction to go, and that's to the south for tonight. We have clear skies as we look over Tower Cam 10 for tonight. You can see Venus still right there in the night sky. It's still shining very brightly. It's the only planet or star that we can see on Tower Cam. There's a lot more you can see with the unaided eye right now. It's a nice clear night. Temperatures are in the 50s, 59 degrees in Hosky. We're in the 60s otherwise throughout the area. But I'm starting to see signs that the fog is starting to develop. Now into Chesapeake. We've had fog across the Outer Banks throughout most of the day. We're going to see fog across Currituck County into Moyock. Southern Virginia Beach seeing some fog. Not so much into Northern Virginia Beach. You're still looking good. But in the next couple of hours, we could see some patchy dense fog develop throughout the area. Now, our model does the best job it can at predicting fog. But what we're essentially trying to do is we're predicting a cloud that forms at the ground. It does the best job it can. It always goes a little too widespread with it. But the takeaway is that we could see patchy dense fog, especially in spots closer to the water. That's usually what happens across our area when we have kind of the weather setting up like this. Now, the good news is that the fog won't stick around all day tomorrow. It'll be a little cloudy, maybe drizzly in the morning tomorrow, but as we go towards the late morning hours, it clears out. And it will clear out because of the wind that we'll have out of the northeast tomorrow. It won't be very windy in the morning tomorrow, but during the afternoon, oh, it gets strong. A cold front moves through the area, so we'll easily see everywhere 15 to 20-mile-an-hour winds during the afternoon and evening tomorrow. At the ocean front, there could be gusts around 30 miles an hour. Inland, gusts are around 25 miles an hour, so it gets pretty windy tomorrow afternoon, and it stays windy all night tomorrow night. What that wind does is it helps to remove the humidity that we've had in the last couple of days, so the air starts to dry out. So Sunday, it gets dry and it gets comfortable. The problem with the wind, though, is that it helps to enhance the height of our tides. Combined with the full moon that's tomorrow night, we're going to see minor tidal flooding to maybe even close to moderate tidal flooding in Virginia Beach and some areas across Hampton Roads for tomorrow's high tide at 9 p.m. The next high tide after that is Sunday at 10 a.m. and then Sunday at 10 p.m. So 3 high tide cycles where we could see minor to maybe moderate tidal flooding. If you live in an area that sees a tidal flooding, you park your car on the street that sees tidal flooding, move your car during the day tomorrow. You're good until high tide, so you're good until, let's just say, 6 or 7 o'clock. And then at that point, the water's going to start to come up. Maybe a little drizzle, but otherwise, I'm looking at a good amount of sunshine towards the afternoon tomorrow. It'll be in the 80s inland, low 70s closer to the water, windy tomorrow afternoon. Sunday we'll have a high of 70, Monday 79 degrees for the high temperature. Tuesday looks dry now. Wednesday's the day where we could see a little rain. That's really the only chance of rain we have in the next 7 days.